Do not underestimate the power of visualization. It's not the easiest thing to do. I know it's for a purpose, and I'm less likely to skim a little bit off the top for something useless. There are other steps you could be taking towards starting that business while waiting for that money to hit your account. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. We are a quarter of the way through the year already, and I don't know how that happened, but I do know this. It's a perfect time to review those 2019 goals, i.e. 3 steps in becoming a boss lady or girl boss. So let's get right into it. Step 1 in becoming a boss lady / girl boss is writing things down and or making vision boards. Now you're probably thinking it's March and vision boards is like so January. But if you think taking control of your life is like so January, think again. I think I've mentioned in one of my other videos that you should not be waiting for a new year to start losing weight or to start that YouTube channel you've been meaning to start or to start whatever. Similarly, just because maybe you may have fallen off your goals in the beginning of the year does not mean that you cannot get back up now. I'll use myself as an example. This past summer when my mom was visiting, I had stated to her my intention of starting a YouTube channel, but that I could not start just yet until I've gotten my new laptop because it had the video editing software that I needed. iMovie. My mom told me I did not need that new laptop in order to start. She told me that in the meantime, while waiting for that new laptop, to pull out my camera that my brother had been so gracious to send me and start practicing. I ended up getting that new laptop about a month after my mom and I had that conversation, and boy was I glad I took her advice and practiced because I needed it. I was woefully out of practice. And it showed in my video in the form of nervousness and repetitiveness. It is actually the first video I posted right here on YouTube. I will link it down below if you're interested in having a look at it and analyzing it. Now, I filmed this video in July and it took me 5 days to film that video. And I filmed portions of it very late at night after I'd gotten home from work at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And others I filmed like in the morning before I went to work, which is why the lighting is slightly different. And I didn't post this video until September. So 2 months it took me from filming the video, editing and uploading it. So my point here is just start. Let's say, for instance, that you may be trying to start a small business and you cannot start until you get that tax refund. There are still other steps you can take towards starting your business while waiting for that tax refund to hit your account. Now, going back to that first video, I talked about going through some changes, which was the result of changing my mindset. And these changes happened right in the middle of the year and were not planned, or so I thought. Though these changes were seemingly unplanned, I did have some level of control. I made up my mind to work X amount of hours to get myself out of this broke AF phase. I made up my mind to make an effort to be fluent in the language of money. I made up my mind to start taking better care of my hair and stop looking like I've been electrocuted. This brings me to writing things down / making vision boards. Do not underestimate the power of visualization. Now, I do want to emphasize that visualization without actually taking the necessary steps towards achieving your goals doesn't work. It's not magic. For me, seeing images or representations of things that I would like to attain or achieve creates this excitement of already having attained or achieved those things, which then creates a drive to want to achieve those things. Do you follow? For example, whenever I'm low on motivation to wake up early or to go to work or wherever else, all I have to do is think of that vision board or look at the list of my goals, and that's my reminder. And it should be your reminder, oh, this is why I'm catching a train and 2 buses to get to class, or this is why I'm picking up any available overtime even though the job is less than ideal, or this is why I'm waking up at 6 a.m. to go jogging in 20-degree weather. I don't actually know who does that, but that's an example. The same concept applies to saving. If you don't have anything specific that you're saving for, say like a house or a vacation, you're less likely to save. This is why I've actually named my savings account emergency fund, so that whenever I move money in there, I know it's for a purpose and I'm less likely to skim a little bit off the top for something useless. Step 2 of becoming a boss lady / girl boss is owning your mornings. Now, I specifically use the phrase owning your morning versus waking up early thanks to this commercial I've heard a few times on the radio on my way to work. It's Advent Health, which is a health insurance company here in Florida. It basically says that everyone has their own ritual things that they do to feel whole. For some, it's 6 miles at 6 a.m. or silence. For some others, it's drinking a blend of kiwi, kale, and cantaloupe or stretching. Point is, everyone has a different way of recharging. For some, waking up early may not be feasible, not because you're staying up until 1 o'clock watching Netflix, but because they might have a really demanding job that requires them to be at work 12 hours a day, 4 days a week out of a 5-day work week. And waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. after getting home at 1 o'clock may not be something that you're going to be able to maintain long term. In fact, it will do more harm than good to your overall well-being. There are simply too many videos out there glamorizing waking up early. Now, I do enjoy watching those videos because I too like to wake up before the sun rises. However, the one thing that some of these videos I think lack is tips on how to wake up early, because even for a veteran of waking up early like myself, it still is not the easiest thing to do. But then again, all I have to do is think about my vision board and my goals, and it energizes me. Waking up early isn't so much about willpower as it is why power. Why am I putting myself through this? You may have heard the phrase breakfast is the most important meal of the day because you're breaking your fast. You're fasting while you're sleeping. In addition to that, the way you start your mornings sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you start your mornings out emotionally charged, it may follow you the rest of the day. So, own your mornings. Step 3 in becoming a girl boss / boss lady, watch the company you keep. That includes everything from the people you surround yourself with to everything you consume, be it food or media. I'm sure you've heard the phrase birds of a feather flock together. You hang around small-minded people, you turn into one of them. Get around people who raise your vibrational energy, people who make you want to be the best version of yourself. Not a yes man, but someone who has good judgment, someone who will tell you the truth when you need to hear it, someone who is just rooting for you all the way. As far as what you consume is concerned, you are what you eat. Now, I'm not a dietitian or a nutritionist, but I will tell you this. When I don't eat a well-balanced meal in one day, I'm no fun to be around. I'm bloated, I'm slow, and I can't even concentrate. I'm a firm believer that a burger every now and then is fine, but a burger every day, your arteries are going to be begging for mercy. As far as media consumption is concerned, I wouldn't necessarily say believe nothing you hear, half of what you see, and everything you feel. Media does have a major influence in some of the decisions we make. Social media especially will drive you to feel like you always have to keep up. Be careful the people you follow, be it on Snapchat or Instagram. And on Facebook, some people just want to friend you to spy on you. Also, in this information age, there is an exuberant amount of information, and you don't know what is opinion masquerading as fact. We all like to get lost in a good movie or a good show or a good book to temporarily escape what may have been a difficult day at work or a difficult week. However, if you're attempting to achieve something brand new, which is way out of your area of expertise, I strongly suggest you do your research and talk to a lot of people and get at least 5 reliable sources whose information match. There's nothing wrong with failure. We all make mistakes sometimes. However, those mistakes should be eye-openers. As the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you right back here next Tuesday. Bye now. Let's fix this. That was good. Rock and roll. What I do know this. Oh, what I do. What I do. God. Goals in the beginning. Every time I'm filming, some going on. Why do I do this to myself? Stop being distracted. Why is it so noisy? I really need my dictionary for this. Says. What is English? I was on the roll there.